but it was out of the ordinary when, just hear helicopters going around your house.
Developing tonight on DC News Now at 10, a quadruple homicide inside a Virginia home. Police have one person behind bars, and we have live team coverage of where the investigation stands at this hour.
Plus, an active search for a man accused of raping a woman inside her Virginia hotel room. We are live with the latest, including a deep dive into the hotel's troubling history of violence.
And we are talking about sub-freezing temperatures, some of the coldest air of the season thus far, moving into the DMV. Just how cold is it going to get and what impacts could it bring? We'll let you know in just a bit.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 10 on DCW 50. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tasmeen Mahfouz. We have live team coverage tonight of a quadruple homicide investigation in Northern Virginia. 4 people were found dead inside of a home in Woodbridge this afternoon.
Now, that home is on Mansfield Court, just off Maplewood Avenue. That's where we find Marielle Carbone and Max Marcilla tonight.
Yeah, so Max has reaction from neighbors, but we start tonight with Marielle. And Marielle, police do have a person of interest in custody.
Yeah, they do, but they are still out here investigating nonetheless. That is because they're still looking for more evidence at the home where this happened, which is just a few houses in on this block here. Now, police were originally called out here for a welfare check, and when they got here, they arrived at the house. The doors were unlocked. They went inside, and that is when they found those 4 victims. Now, we don't know the identities or the ages of those victims just yet, but we do know that there were 2 adult males and 2 adult females. The chief says all 4 were killed by gunshots, and a weapon was recovered here at the scene. Police do believe just one weapon, that weapon that was recovered, was used in all 4 murders out here. Now, as we mentioned, a person of interest is in custody, and police are questioning that person. The chief tells me that they found him pretty quickly after the initial calls came in, and that is thanks to some tips. The chief just says that this has been a difficult day for everyone, both neighbors and the officers that arrived here on the scene.
People don't really appreciate how difficult it can be, for officers to have to go in there and see that kind of thing. And then for them to be able to respond out and be able to get a person of interest actually is a testament to the kind of people that do this work.
Now, Newsham says police will be out here investigating the scene for a while. We know earlier they had to wait for a warrant to actually be able to go in there, search the house. They'll also be searching the area around the home. That's why things are still blocked off on here on the street tonight. The chief tells us any more information that they get, they'll get it to us as quickly as possible. But the main message from him tonight is that this is an isolated incident and that people who live in this area are safe tonight. Reporting live in Woodbridge, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
Marielle, thank you. Northern Virginia Bureau reporter Max Marcilla also live on scene tonight. He continues our team coverage. Max, really been an emotional night for everybody out there.
It was. After the police chief answered some questions from Marielle, this scene was tense. It was emotional. It was honestly hard to watch. There were family members and friends of people who might have been in that house tonight as they were hoping to learn more about their loved one's status from police. They came up, they hugged, they cried, they just did anything to gather amongst each other as they were waiting for answers. Answers we're still waiting for at this hour. But one thing we do know is that this neighborhood is not used to scenes like that. We spoke with one person who lives just around the corner and his friend who lives on the other block the other way. They said they grew up here. They played on these streets. They ran up and down them as kids, and they've never seen or heard anything like this. They were shocked when they heard the helicopters above and realized just what had happened. They say this is a calm and peaceful neighborhood, and a sentiment that the police chief echoed as well. And tonight they're just asking for the police, as they investigate, to keep the desires and safety in mind of the people who live here.
We're not like that around here. This is a friendly neighborhood. I've been around here for a while, since I was a kid. I grew up on these streets, playing with kids on this court down here, probably down there. I've always rode my bicycle around here, gone on walks, and it's always been nice and peaceful.
So yeah, a place that's not used to things like this happening. And of course, this is still the very early stages of the investigation. As Marielle noted, there's still a lot more to learn, and we're going to work hard over the next couple of days to learn more about what happened here today. But we'll send it back to you live from Woodbridge. Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, Max, thanks. A lot of heavy hearts in Woodbridge tonight, certainly. All right, let's get a first check in the forecast with meteorologist Damon Matson in tonight for Janessa Webb.
Yeah, and Damon, some areas will see a freeze warning overnight.
Yeah, guys, the cold air is finally beginning to move in across the DMV, slowly at first, but we're really going to start to feel that colder air by the middle of the week. Check this out. That freeze warning again just took effect across Allegheny, Garrett counties into Mineral and Hampshire counties, our far western locations. That goes until 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Everybody else will get colder tonight, but not enough to worry about the threat of a frost or a freeze. But that will change again by tomorrow and Wednesday night, because look at how expansive this colder air is. Still in the 50s and 60s for many of us, but that upper 30 to low 40 degree air is looming on the horizon. Once it makes it over the mountains, we are going to certainly feel it by the time we get into the morning tomorrow. Not only that, but we'll have breezy winds with those temperatures ranging from the 20s in the mountains, mostly in the 30s, and then the low 40s into the D.C. metro under that partly cloudy sky we'll have out there tomorrow. So just be ready to bundle up and grab that windbreaker, if you will, too, to counteract some of that cold, chilly wind as you head out the door tomorrow morning. Now, it starts out chilly. Do we warm up at all as we go throughout the day on Tuesday? And how's the rest of the week looking with those temperatures? We'll let you know here coming up in your full forecast in just a bit. All
right, Damon, thanks. We'll see you then. Meanwhile, from protecting your plants and pipes to getting your car ready for the morning commute, we want to make sure you have what you need for the changing weather. Our Michaela Newton covers Frederick County and talked to people out and about today picking up supplies.
Well, we're definitely feeling some colder temperatures here in western Maryland, and while we aren't seeing any snow flurries just yet, some people I spoke to say that they're not ready for a dip in temperatures. As we track the first freeze of the season, it's a good reminder that preparation is crucial when it comes to any severe weather. We talked to shoppers in Frederick Monday about how they're getting ready.
Well, I know it's getting colder, and personally I do like it as it's getting colder, but I also know me that I want to get as many things as I can accomplish today, because once it starts getting cold, I hibernate.
And before you head out to hit the road in the morning, make sure you warm up your car and also have an ice scraper handy. For now, reporting in Frederick, Maryland, I'm Michaela Newton for DC News Now.
And in Virginia tonight, Fairfax County Police have released video and pictures of the man they say raped a woman earlier this month. It happened on October 1st at the Hawthorne Suites in Vienna. Police hope the pictures and video will lead to his arrest. Our Dave Laval has followed this story for much of the day. He joins us now live from the hotel. And Dave, people there, they tell you they're shocked.
Tusmeen Hotel Management did not respond to our request to comment on the attack, but we did have an opportunity to talk to two guests earlier, and they had plenty to say.
It's sad. Anytime that happens to a woman, it makes me feel sad.
Linda Martin and Roderick Kendrick stay at the Hawthorne Suites while they're here from Nashville visiting family. They're surprised to hear a rape took place at the hotel earlier this month.
They're violated and they really can't defend themselves against a man.
The attack happened during the early evening hours of October 1st. Fairfax County Police told us the man in these pictures is their suspect. They say he entered an unlocked room and raped the woman at gunpoint.
A witness nearby saw what occurred, saw the man running away, and attempted to intervene.
Second Lieutenant James Curry said the suspect pointed his gun at a witness who chased him. The witness stopped as the suspect ran to the nearby Spring Hill station, where security cameras captured him as he caught the metro for the ride to Glenmont. That's the last place he was seen. Investigators believe the suspect is from D.C. and may be hiding there.
Just through the knowledge of using the metro and certainly where he ended up, it's a reasonable assumption that this guy's likely living somewhere nearby. Why the suspect chose this hotel, this date, this time, only he knows.
This is not the first sexual assault at the hotel. Police responded to another one in July 2021. Two men also robbed three people at gunpoint inside another room back in November 2020. Meanwhile, Martin and Kendrick say the hotel's history with violence means they won't stay here again.
No, would not.
You're asked to contact Fairfax County Police if you have any information about this attack, or if you wish to remain anonymous, you can submit your tip or your tips at Fairfax County Crime Solvers. Live in Vienna, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Well, tonight, the Montgomery Planning Commission trying to move forward.
Yeah, they're holding its first meeting days after the entire planning board resigned over an alleged workplace scandal. Coming up in a full report, we'll take you there and show you the plan in place as the commission starts to take their next steps.
Looking into the homeless encampment problem in D.C., how the city's efforts to get people housing is working.
And you'll probably have to turn that heat on tonight, even during the day tomorrow, as a matter of fact. How long is it going to have to be left on before temperatures rebound? We'll have a look coming up after the break.